Hey everybody, my name is Tucker, and today I want to do a quick video on what I would do if I was 140 pounds overweight. So being overweight is not a great spot to be. It's uncomfortable, you're sweaty, you have inflammation, pain everywhere. It's not a spot that anyone wants to be in. I see people saying they love their bodies, which is so important. You need to love your body, but if you find yourself in ill health, it's good to be honest about not wanting to be in that spot. So if you are in a spot of ill health where you have a lot of weight on your body and a lot of other chronic issues, first thing you need to identify is your dream. What do you want? What is the overarching dream for your life? At your funeral, what are the people gonna say about you? Like, what kind of legacy are you gonna leave behind? I obviously like making videos like this. So this is part of my dream, to help people get healthier, to help people live more inspired lives. So identifying your dream is literally step one of anything. Whether you're losing weight, gaining weight, anything you need to do, gotta identify your dream. Next thing, balance. So I use the book How to Eat, Move, and Be Healthy. You can find the link in the description, written by Paul Chek. This is a fantastic book. It's pretty much the Bible of anything that you need to be a healthy human being on planet Earth in the 21st century. And it has a questionnaire beginning of the book to fill out your physiological load, essentially, seeing like what areas of your life are causing you the most amount of stress. Remember, all stress summates. So as we add more stress to our bucket, we are filling that bucket up, and then once it overflows, we have way too much stress to handle. And we go into a disease or a chronic injury, or we break something, or we end up, so it's just not good when we're out of balance and have too much stress. Ultimately, stress leads to death. Once we reach 100, once we have 0% capacity left for stress, we are dead. So we want to make sure we're balancing our yin energy, our healing, our rebuilding, our anabolic energy, with our yang energy, our catabolic, our doing, our go, go, go energy. And this questionnaire will help you identify which areas you're too yang and which areas you're too yin, and bring that back into balance. Next, the next thing you need to do on your health journey is to identify your core values. So I use Paul Chek's 4-doctor model. So you have Dr. Happy, which is your dreams, your goals, things that nourish you and make you happy. You have Dr. Diet, just how you nourish yourself with food, your water intake, just things you do to feed yourself, even nourishing your mind with information. Dr. Quiet, how do you rest, sleep, total rest, active rest, passive rest. What are you doing for your rest? And then Dr. Movement, your exercise program, and daily walking, daily movement, daily rhythms, all those things. It's important to establish core values. So my core values of Dr. Happy is I like to go out in nature, or at least 30 minutes a day. That makes me happy. So I get out in nature. I make sure that I am taking care of myself. I'm taking time to do things I enjoy, like listening to music, hanging out with friends, going to the gym, playing basketball. These are things that make me happy. And you'll notice with all the 4 doctors, they all kind of play into each other anyways. Then with Dr. Diet, one of my core values, I eat organic food. I don't eat pesticides. I don't support commercial farming and the destruction of the planet. I don't support major corporations that are being a huge conglomerate in the food supply, buying up all the food chain. So now we have a centralized food system and no one can afford the food because they're price fixing. So I establish core values there, and I stick by those core values. And you'll notice once you establish core values and you stick by them, you're now an inspiration to people, because 99% of people don't have established core values, and they're falling into what the old quote says: if you don't know where you're going, any road will get you there. So it's important to establish core values, because then you know where you know the vehicle through which you're going towards your dream, and you know how to balance that with the yin and yang. So my Dr. Quiet core values, I sleep 8 hours a night as best I can. It's not about being perfect, it's about making progress and getting 1% better at your 4 doctors every day. So I try to go to bed before 10 p.m. and I try to wake up around 5:30, 6 a.m. And this is my core value. So I stick to it. People tell me on like a Tuesday night, hey, let's go out. Club's going up on a Tuesday, right? And I'm just like, well, that's my core value, so I don't do that. It's not even a discussion. It's not even an internal like problem in me. It's like, oh, should I go? Should I do it? No, I have a core value that's established. I also meditate for at least 20 minutes a day. Right now I'm doing a Tai Chi Gong. So I do 20 minutes of Tai Chi every day. And then Dr. Movement, I exercise with weights at least 3 times a week. Or do something, like at least exercise 30 minutes a day and then with weights at least 3 times a week. And this is a core value that I have established. But I also have another core value, Dr. Movement, is I listen to my body, mind needs. So if I need more movement in the form of like yoga, qigong, I do that. If I need more movement in the form of weightlifting or playing a sport, I do that. These are my core values. This is what guides me. And once you establish your core values and you live those values, you have so much more love and respect for yourself, and you have such a clearer idea of like who you are that it makes life way less stressful. So you have more capacity to handle bigger stressors, and you have more capacity to have fun. So once you establish your dream, your balance, your core values, you want to get grounded in the 6 foundation principles. So again, we go to the Chinese Taoist philosophy of yin and yang. You can think of that as feminine is the yin, masculine is the yang. You can think yin is the black, yang is the white, all the colors reflected. Yin draws in, yang expresses. So with yin, we have 3 principles: nutrition, hydration, sleep. And then yang, we have breathing, thinking, movement. So we must eat organic food to lower that stress level. Or also, when you eat organic food, there's a way higher nutrient profile. And a lot of people are eating such nutrient devoid food. If you're eating processed food, you're not getting any nutrients. You're not getting anything that's nourishing your body. There's no enzymes. It's dead food, so now it makes you more dead because you have to use more enzymes to break it down. So it leaves you in an energy depleted state every time you eat that. So nutrition is critical, and also on organic, right? So when you eat more nutritious food, you're more satiated. You can eat a whole box of Wheaties and not feel any satiation and just want to keep eating more, even though you're getting all these calories, all this sugar. So your body's accumulating fat, but it's losing energy, so you're tired all the time. Next, hydration. At least half your body weight in ounces of water per day, at least. The best solution to pollution is dilution, so you need to drink lots of water. Ideally, you have spring water, or you use a structured water tool. Reverse osmosis kills the water, so you're going to want to restructure it. You can use an analemma wand. You can use a vortex machine. There's plenty of ways to restructure your water, but the key is to get spring water that's been naturally flowing through the earth, so then it has a structure to it, because water that doesn't flow loses its electron voltage, and water that's lower in voltage relative to what you are steals voltage from you, causing you to be lower voltage, aka lower pH, aka more acidic, aka more towards cancer, aka more towards death. So you're going to want to get your water on point, your 70% water. So the more water you have, the better your life is, and the more likely you'll lose weight. So a lot of times when we're dehydrated, we get high blood pressure, we hold on to water, we are setting ourselves up for headaches, seizures, arthritis. These are all just dehydration states. Next, we have the yang, or we have sleep. Also, 8 hours a night. Your physical body repairs from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. and your brain, mental body repairs from 2 a.m. to 6 p.m. or 6 a.m. So 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. your brain repairs. If you're not getting that ratio, you're not repairing fully, and you stack that on top of each other over years, and you have people who are tired and sick and unhealthy and getting. So next we have breathing. We breathe 25,000 times a day. Breathing's yang. It oxygenates our body, but oxygen is it winds us up, uses resources, right? It helps us go, it helps us do. We need to make sure our breathing is in our stomach more so than it is in our chest. We're breathing in our chest. We have an inverted breathing pattern. If you're not sure if your breathing pattern is correct, work with a Czech professional like myself to assess that and correct that. But if your breathing pattern is incorrect, you need to make sure it is corrected, because it's going to cause a lot of stress, and that stress is going to put you in an over yang state, which is going to deplete you of energy and cause you to just have nothing, no energy, do anything. You're going to want to eat more food to bring more energy in, which is going to lead to you being 140 pounds overweight. So next, thinking, our thoughts. Thinking takes a lot of energy. We think there's a research done by Deepak Chopra stating that we think about 68,000 thoughts a day, 90% of which are negative in orientation. So we need to be nourishing our minds with positive thoughts. Remember, the mind is connected to the body. If you want to see what your mind looks like, look at your body. If you have a healthy body, you have a healthy mind. If you have an unhealthy body, you have an unhealthy mind. We know this. So we want to make sure our thinking is good. Our brain uses a lot of blood sugar, but also runs on fat. Our brain is mostly water and fat. So the more fat we have in our diet, the better our brain's going to work, because our neurons are protected by myelin sheath, which is made of fat. So the more myelin sheath we have, the faster our neural connections are, the more protected our brain is. And we use omega-3s to make our brain fat. Monkeys have mostly omega-6s. They're not quite as intelligent as humans, aren't they? So we got to make sure we're getting our omega-3 to omega-6 ratio right, or we'll get in that monkey brain, that animal mind, but we want to be in the human mind. So next we have movement. When you're 140 pounds overweight, your body's under a lot of stress. You don't have a lot of capacity to handle stress of a hard workout. Going and doing a HIIT class will make you fatter. It will increase cortisol. When cortisol is increased, we are in a fight or flight survival mode. When we're in survival mode, our body holds on to fat resources to help us run, because it's trying to keep us alive. It says, no, we need to hold on to this fat, because fat is fuel for our body. When we're not like in a hard, intense exercise, we're mostly using fat as fuel, so our body will hold on to fat to keep us alive. So we want to make sure we're doing more yin type of movements when we're overweight, and work towards lowering our stress level, getting our diet right, getting our rhythms right, and then we can start exercising harder in ways that we enjoy instead of as a torture to burn calories. All right, so some action items. Buy the book, How to Eat, Move, and Be Healthy. It will change your life. Next, establish a morning routine. When you wake up, drink some water, meditate, set the tone for the day, do the most important tasks right away. Really get yourself in a high state for the day, because your state will determine your thoughts, and your thoughts will determine your actions will determine your results, which will reinforce the thoughts you think, but it's all fueled by the state. So if you're already in a positive state, you think positive thoughts, you do positive actions, you get positive results, and it's this great loop, and the negative is true also. Next, establish a rhythm. Wake up at the same time, have your morning routine, eat lunch at the same time, eat dinner at the same time, go to bed at the same time. Your body is designed for rhythms. Nature works in cycles. We have spring, we wake up. Summer, we go do stuff. Fall, we celebrate, we eat dinner. Winter, we go back to bed, and we go through this cycle. And it's just nice little cycle that just keeps going around like clockwork. But if we just go like this and we skip steps, we become not whole. We don't have any roundness to this wheel of life, and we don't have any flow. If you have a wheel missing a spoke, it's a bumpy ride. Next, nature time. You need to spend time in nature. You're a product of nature. If you don't, you're not going to be happy. The greatest antidepressant in the world is the sun. Go hang out in the woods for 30 minutes and try to be upset. Really, it's hard to do. It's very hard to do. Next, meditation practice. At least 10 minutes a day to start if you've never done one. Ideally, work up to 20 minutes. Learn how to quiet your mind. Remember, you are not your thoughts. You're an antenna that receives thoughts. There's a concept called the one mind. We know this, the 100th monkey effect. The monkey learns how to do this new thing with a stick, like get like termites out of like a log with a stick. And then another monkey learns how to do that watching it. And then all of a sudden, some monkey that's never seen it, they all know how to do it. We see this with a school of fish. When a school of fish moves, they all move at the same time. They aren't one. It's not one fish moves and the other fish moves. They literally all move at the same exact time instantaneously. There's one mind controlling those fish. We see this in so many examples. We see this in groupthink, human consciousness. Oh, people finishing people's sentences. There's only one mind. We're an antenna for thoughts. So we want to get our meditation practice right to separate what are other people's ideas and thoughts and what are the ones that we are actually creating for ourselves. Next, detox. If you're 140 pounds overweight, you're holding a lot of toxins. That's just a fact, especially if you're not eating organic food. All animals store their toxins in fats. Their liver can't detoxify it fast enough. That's to protect all the organs, and it can't have toxins in the bloodstream, so it shoves it in fat to insulate the body from all the toxins. So a lot of times people are just so accumulated of toxins that they have to just keep gaining fat to store it all, even if they're not eating crazy amounts of food. And then weight loss tips. Some good weight loss tips: cold showers burn more calories than like a 5-mile run. Saunas for detoxing. Drinking enough water. Keeping cortisol low. Not doing a lot of cardio. Doing more weight training. Strengthening the muscles. Muscle burns way more energy than fat. So you want to have more muscle on your body to really burn energy. And I also have an article on weight loss tips. You can check out my blog. I'll put the link in the description below. And yeah, so that is a quick little what I would do if I was 140 pounds overweight and I was really in a place where I wanted something better for myself. I wanted to really leave a legacy, live my dream, right? And I understand it's hard. I understand like it's no fun being unhealthy and having like this it's a lot of unconscious processes being programmed by our parents with ideas that don't serve us at all, and it's not easy. That's why I do coaching for people. If you need help with me, you can work with me. You can find a check trained professional. They're great with this stuff. And this is just a simple little intro to like even how I work with clients. These are the basics, right? This is the basics of what work. This is the foundation. If you don't have a foundation, can't build a house on top of it, can't really have any energy for your dream, and life becomes flat. It's not fun. And I don't want to see people there. So utilize these tips, review this video, and reach out if you have any questions. All my info is in the description. And thank you for watching. Thank you for taking the time for watching. Let's make the world a better place together, and keep on being great.